Welcome to the Postgame Show, presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today, and Coca-Cola also presents our player of the game. But right now, Mike is talking to Kia. Damon Olson, the head coach. Here's Mike.
Thanks, Gary. Here with Coach Kia, Damon Olson. Coach, that one got away a little bit from you, but when you turn it over, like you said, it's tough to compete.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the last time we had 18 turnovers in a game, and I just thought that, we were okay for a little bit, but once we kind of got sloppy, I just thought that fatigue on the second game of the week started to show up a little bit, and it impacted us. We didn't do as good of a job as we needed to defensively in any of the defenses that we played, and that was the difference. They could get easy points in the paint, whether they drove it or posted up or offensive rebound, and we didn't match that energy or effort.
I thought you rebounded obviously out-rebounded it, but I didn't expect them, or did you, obviously, more, to be that good off the dribble.
No, yeah, they have some dynamic guards. I mean, they have two of the top guards in the league in terms of how they can create shots for themselves or for others, and they put pressure on us, and we didn't do as good of a job as a team defending them as we needed to. But we'll get back to the drawing board, and we'll correct that for sure.
So between now and Wednesday, you're right back at it here against Bucknell. What do you work on? What do you improve on right now in the next 2 days? Or is it just finding that consistency? Because that's what I see.
Well, no, it's definitely finding consistency, but the one thing that I talk to them all the time about is the one thing that can always be consistent is your defense and your defensive effort. Whether the shots are going to go in from game to game, you can't always control that, but we have to be able to stop people and hold them down, and giving up 71 points is way too many.
Yeah. Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for a couple minutes. Appreciate it. Right back at it.
Yep, thank you.
Guys, tough one here for the Leopards, but they're right back at it 3 days from now. Back to you.
Yeah, there's never any end there. You go right through that Patriot League schedule. It is tough. They go to 1-1. They've got to pick it up and try to go win number 2 as soon as they can. Wednesday night will be the opportunity against Bucknell. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights of today's ball game. We'll talk some numbers, and we'll say goodbye.
I'll tell you, Gary, in the first half, Lafayette kind of picked up right where it left off after that good win up at Boston over the weekend. Not a Sada Nachanaigizi in the transition on the pass from Abby Antignoli. Gibbons was she was tough all night long. She was dynamite from downtown. That's Sada again. She had a big first half with 11 points. Couldn't quite find the same stroke in the second half. There's Barnett Gay on the steal, and you can't turn the ball over. She did that a couple of times in the second half, and then she shows her versatility by finishing strong with the left hand. Ball comes right back to her. I thought Lafayette competed as well as they expected to on the glass. Navy, a very good rebounding basketball team, but their execution in the half court, there you saw the short corner and the skip pass to Barnett Gay, and boy, Navy, again, no secret as to why they've come in with 10 wins. There's Abby Antignoli taking a page out of the Mids book as she steals one in the half court, and then Sada Nachanaigizi steals another one in the half court and finishes easy at the other end. And at this point in the third quarter, Gary, we thought that Lafayette would find a spark that it needed out of the defense, but there's Kaya Smith. She hit a couple of huge threes in the second half. Again, good ball movement. There's Gibbons from the corner. They just did such a good job of attacking the 2-3 zone, and you heard Coach Kia Damon Olson talk about effort defensively, and I think it was equal parts effort and some mental lapses, because when you play the zone, Gary, you've got to make smart slides. When the ball went to the middle, you saw the zone collapse, and you can't have more than one person, 2 at the most in the zone guarding the ball, because someone's going to be open, and Navy can shoot it too well.
Yeah, no question about it. Lafayette from beyond the arc, not so good, just 25%. And turnovers, John, very costly as they doubled up on Navy, and Kia made mention of that. That made it problematic. They're trying to come back.
And so many of those turnovers, Gary, happen at the worst possible time. They ignited Navy's transition game. And again, when you're playing a team as fundamentally sound and as tough as Navy, those are all empty possessions. And you can't afford that many of them against a team as good as Navy.
There you look at the important numbers. Certainly Barnett Gay with a typical game for her, really. 20 points. She had 6 rebounds, leads all scorers. Almeida with a good game, 11.7 rebounds. She led the team in rebounding, and 11 points for Kaya Smith. They spread it out nicely. Lafayette did not. Lafayette with 13 points out of Najanaya Gizi, but no one else in double figures. 9 rebounds for Emma Shields and 8 points, but she had those basically in the first half and didn't pick up anything in the second.
Well, that first quarter, it was a 19-14 Lafayette first quarter, Gary, and we thought maybe they had found that golden slipper. It fit. A tough win up at Boston. It's always tough up there, and Lafayette played very, very well, balanced scoring, lots of points. And then in the first quarter, 19-14. But after that, they kind of stubbed their toe. They hit a wall. And I think one thing this team, and Coach Kia Damon Olsen will definitely attend to it, is you got to learn to play through the adversity and not get your head down. You got to keep at it. The talent's there, Gary. I think Lafayette, they're going to win their share this year.
Yeah, and consistency is a problem. You saw how good they played in the first quarter, how badly they played in the second. And the same thing again. They had good starts to both the third and the fourth quarter, could not maintain that in a consistent fashion. Trying to spread the time out here a little bit as Lafayette men are down by 2 to Navy. Navy's on the foul line right now, so that foul shot was missed. So it looks like right now the Lafayette men are in decent shape. John and I are not, but we will be back. We'll be back on Wednesday night when the women take on Bucknell. That is a 6 o'clock start, so please join us for that one. So for John Sabino and the LSN team, we thank you so much for watching us on ESPN+. For John, for Mike, I'm Gary. We'll see you next time. Good night.